Kia ora, welcome back. So, I'm at the beach again. Different beach this time. I'm at Foxton Beach. For those of you who don't know, which is probably, I don't know, most people watching, I'm guessing. Foxton is a small town of New Zealand, about an hour and a half, depending on how, generally an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more, north of Wellington, alright on the west coast of New Zealand, lower west coast of New Zealand. And the reason I'm here is a lot of my family lives here now. The area is of some family historical importance. I have Māori blood, and it's quite a strong connection, even though not much Māori blood. But all my whānau come from this area, our sort of ancestral land, for want of a better word. Ancestral area is the Horowhenua, and Foxton's part of that. So it's kind of a little bit like coming home a little bit. Not so much to me, but I think to my mum. It is beginning to feel that to me as well, because they've got a big family home up here, which they just recently bought, but it's instantly feels like family home. Yes, I just spent a good hour in the sea. The water's really warm up here. In Wellington, it's cold. Like, I couldn't spend an hour up to my neck in the water in Wellington, I don't think, unless it was like the hottest of hot days. And so camera news. Last night was Paper Pirates show, and unfortunately I got there late. It's really hard to find a park in Wellington City, and I left it later than I should have, and by the time I got there, at least half the prints were off the wall, maybe more. The good news was one of my prints went nearly straight away, according to others. I had several people, when I told them that it was one of my prints, said that, oh, they really wanted that one, and they didn't know that was mine. No one there knew what prints were mine, even my friends. So it was a really good test. A lot of other people said they're a little bit, I had 4 prints. A lot of other people who had prints in there said they're a little bit disappointed that their friends just grabbed their print. I mean, they were happy to see them off the wall, but it didn't give them any real indication of whether, what the public thought of them. The friends were just getting them. The friends were just taking them off the wall to be friends, basically. So I didn't have that. My last 3 prints, I heard lots of really positive comments about, but they weren't taken. And then someone came along who I think was there late. I don't think I saw him early, and he ended up taking all 3, and ended up having to chat to them, and he really liked them, and he said he was going to display them as a series, which they kind of work as a series. So I was really stoked about that. There was an after party which I didn't go to. In retrospect, I wish I did. I went home early because I was meant to be doing hot dogs this morning, but then I just mucked around when I got home anyway, so I ended up not doing hot dogs. I'm going to do them next weekend with a bit more promotion, and so I decided to come up to Foxton, see my folks. I'm going to give my nephew a little Sony point and shoot that I scored the other day, and yeah, he's doing really well at school. I'm really proud of him, so I'm just going to give him a camera. I think it's a cool gift. I just realised I'm pretty close to the sea, and I just realised that I might be the water might be coming up a bit, I might have to move from here. Yeah, so paper pie. Oh, and I was sitting on the street taking some street photos with that camera, the one I'm giving my nephew actually. I put it on black and white, grainy, and it's only 7 megapixel, 7.1 megapixel, but I thought it might be quite cool because it's super tiny to take street photos. And it was, but it was night time, some of them were a bit blurry, but a couple of them came out really cool. So I was sitting in town taking some photos, and saw this really cool chick stop to what I assumed was take a selfie, but she's actually stopping to take a photo of me. But her camera had died, her phone had died, so she had a chat with me and then asked me if she could take a photo with her mate's phone, and yeah, we had a good chat. She's from Aussie, she works in film. She posted me on her Instagram account today. Really nice person. It's cool meeting strangers. So yeah, I decided to give this camera to my nephew. He's good at everything. One of those kids that you kind of love to hate when you're at school, but he just applies himself. He's super bright and tall, which is weird because neither of his parents are. And I think he's going to be a gifted athlete, and he's already super bright, so thought I'd give him a camera. Maybe that will be something you'd be into as well. I got my first camera at about his age. I don't think I ever got even the first film developed though, unfortunately, but yeah. Anyway, I'll show you the beach. There's the Foxton Beach. It's super windy out here today. I shot a photo of basically that before with the film camera. That's the Surf's Life Saving Club. It's pretty rad down here.